That's $1 trillion difference in people's response. They take right after that for those who just looked at the Apple commercial. That's it. So we can be influenced so powerfully. So I decide I want to advertise in my own mind. I'm not going to have somebody else take control. And so I prime myself every day. I prime my brain so it's in a grateful state. It's an anticipatory state. It's a moving state. Because otherwise, you get whatever you feel like. And I don't know about you. There are days I wake up, I don't know what city I'm in.
Oh, yeah,
my body's gone. I've got 3 hours sleep in a different time zone. So if I didn't reset, then it'd be fake. I'd be getting up trying to talk to people, and I'm not real. You can't move people if you're not moved. You can't touch people if you're not touched. You can't make people laugh if it doesn't make you laugh, right? And you got to make people laugh. You got to move them. You got to produce all those things because, time is so relative. Like, how long is a long time? Some people think, 1,000 years. Some people think 2 minutes, right? So a long time is when you're not enjoying yourself. A minute feels like eternity. When you're
it's the worst,
but if you're fully engaged and you're enjoying everything, like 12 hours goes like that. So it's fun to see the impact you can have with people when you're willing to adapt. If it was the same every time, also, I'd be bored out of my mind. Just like
at your live events, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely remarkable. I think I was thinking about like tuning, like more just like in your regular life and like your being ready for the day. Like,
yes.
What is that tuning like for you? Because that's a constant, like that's always evolving. Like every couple of months now we hear about some new thing or some new method or somebody's, people are hiding underground for 2 hours.
And there's a lot more people being able to work at home. But now if you read the studies, people are more unhappy now than they were at the peak of COVID because they wanted to be at home, but now they feel isolated.
Yeah.
And so what they don't understand is the path of least resistance never makes you happy. It's like, you have to push yourself. When people talk about self-esteem, I hate this. They're out to people and they have a cup of coffee and they rehearse doing it the exact way every time. And they walk up to you. They took men and women, trained them as actors. Well, half those people they did that with had hot coffee. So they read the story and they say, okay, tell me, what was this person like? And then they asked them afterwards, how would you describe the main character? The people that got hot coffee, 81% of them say the person is warm and generous. 80%, 1% difference is variable, will say the person is cold or uncaring. If I said to you, if I talk to an audience, I'll say, make the sound of what you think of when you think of Microsoft, and you get, make the sound of Apple, right? That's $1 trillion difference in people's response. They take right after that for those who just looked at the Apple commercial. That's it. So we can be influenced so powerfully. So I decide I want to advertise in my own mind. I'm not going to have somebody else take control. And so I prime myself. Some things I do, I've been doing for like 20 years. Like, I start every day in a cold plunge. Yeah. Now it's very popular, ice bath and so forth. But there's never a day I look forward to it, Theo. I don't wake up and go, I can't wait to freeze my ass off. But to me, it's a discipline. It's like training my mind. Besides the physical benefit, it doesn't feel good when you go in, but you feel amazing coming out.
Yeah,
because your entire body gets flooded, right? Your
yeah.
lymph, your blood moves. But going in, it's like I don't negotiate with myself. I don't go, let me see if I'm ready. It's like I've trained my brain. I say go, we go. Obviously, I do a 10-minute process. It's not really a meditation because I'm not good at not thinking, and I don't know many people are that have no thoughts. But I do a way to kind of condition my nervous system and my mind. So if I said 20 minutes, people say I don't have time. But if you don't have 10 minutes for your life, you don't have a life, right? So the antidote to those is gratitude. You can't be angry and grateful. People don't experience life. They experience the life they focus on.
Right.
So right now, if you're happy, you are deleting all the things you could be pissed off about or frustrated or worried about in the world. Yeah. If you're unhappy, you're deleting all the things that are great in your life.
Wow.
And our brains delete and they distort and they generalize. So if you don't direct it, you get whatever shows up. What's wrong is always available. What's wrong in the world, it's always available. What's right is also available. It's just which one you pick. And it isn't about positive thinking, because I've never been into positive thinking. People think that's what I do. It's not. I believe in intelligence. And so when you're in a lousy state of mind, you treat people because those drugs numb you, but they don't charge the cause. As long as you constantly focus on what's missing from my life and constantly look at the past, which you can't control. And if you're on top of it, you're focused on, what you can't control.
Well, that's why I got off, because I couldn't have any feelings. I was trying to like be in relationships and stuff. And it's like, girls would be like, do you like me? And I'm like, I don't know, like, I would literally have to look at like history of stuff.